Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome in this new video. In today's video, Cuidate is back. Now first we have this replay right here, and I did a very risky push here. I opened up the attack and it was just overall very nice to see, very cool. Because yeah, it just was. I mean, who doesn't like to open up the attack in a game and just grab the sword and say, "Go die"? That stuff. The basic stuff. I know you might say, "Ah, Marine, you're a psychopath." Well, maybe. If you view my brother, yes, definitely. Did you know he was around 40% darker than the average person on this earth? Yeah, that's right. My younger brother is that. So yeah, I'm basically light and he is dark. So, well, great. It's like Twilight. But I don't believe in good or bad. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in so many things. And that is because I'm a realistic person. I mean, sure, you can have your own beliefs, but to be honest, if you ask me, I think that it can be pretty contradicting against certain beliefs. And I don't mean this against like one religion, I mean this against all religions, even against my own country. I mean, if God was real, why do so many people suffer? Anyways, not important. What is important is the person that is in my fleet. How did Cuidate noticed I was going on a risky killing spree here, and she was the one that supported me? Because if she didn't go in this lane, I would have sunk so bad. But yeah. And some people might ask, Marine, why did you plant an assault there? The reason I planted an assault there was because I had to. And well, you might say, but that is unreasonable, right? No, it is not. Maybe in your eyes, but in my eyes, it wasn't, because I had to open up the attack somewhere, right? If I did not injure the fixer, then the fixer wouldn't have fleet. And we wouldn't have the chance to make him retreat. Now, there is one thing that I want to complain about, and that was Cuidate getting mortar spammed eventually. The reason what you want to do as a mortar spammer comes close at you and tries to hunt you down is intercepting. You want to nitro into their range so that they can't kill you. Because what you're doing right now is trying to avoid a mortar rain, well, that is actually just doomed. If you want to heal up next time, you gotta get close and personal to the mortar spammer so that their weapons become useless. So that is a tip for next time, and who knows, this is someday gonna save you in higher league. So yeah, basically we will soon go to the second battle, and furthermore, she played amazing here. Definitely. I would say probably a 9, I think. I think a 9, because there is still an improvement point, and that makes sense, of course, because everyone has them. However, most of the replays here, they don't have much improvement points. So that is a thing to notice. I mean, if that's the case, that is something to think about. So, yeah. Kind of a big deal, don't you think? Anyways, we are now on our second battle in Sub-Zero, and I did 40k damage here. I do want to say one thing against myself, please. I really, really gotta watch out where I position as a shooter. In this game, I played risky. I played extremely risky. And that is probably to do with my playstyle because I play kind of assault. So I basically want to go in the front line to deal some damage, get out of there, and just redo it again. Hold the front lines with the firepower I got. That is my only objective. And yeah. Now, this idiot rushed in. Cuidate punished it with a mine. And I missed my torpedo completely. So yeah, that was cursed. That was definitely cursed. Pretend you didn't see that, okay? Just please pretend you didn't see that. So I just spammed my torpedoes here. And she spammed her bolts in the meantime, healing everyone up. Nice plasma positioning, by the way. Definitely a 10 out of 10 because this opened up the attack. However, it could have went differently if they all had torpedoes. But they didn't. And in this map, you definitely don't want to spam railgun. Why, you ask? Because of the high waves. And that is one of the main reasons why you want to have a balanced loadout. Thank me later if you have scored kills many times. So this was basically all going according to plan. I went in here for some kind of dark reason because I thought, you know what, why not? Not knowing that this person with Interceptor was going to completely annihilate me at some point. Cuidate was here and she just, noticed that someone was low HP. She healed that person. And, she aimed at me from a very long distance. From a very long distance indeed. And, yeah, at some point, she actually saved my ass here. She literally saved my ass back there. Because I was going down and they had a chance to destroy me. They had many chances to destroy me, but instead they used their stupid mortars and guess what? I was getting back into the action soon because they did not kill me in time. Why? Because people prefer mortars because they think they're versatile. Yes, they're versatile, but overextending them can be a very bad idea. And that happened here because they couldn't kill me in time. If they picked a railgun, I would have been dead. I would have been dead because there is no way a shooter can avoid these things. Now, about this interceptor dude, Matrix. He should have retreated sooner, and you can't say that to me because I was an interceptor. What you should say to me is, don't rush in. Just don't try to play the hero Marine Force 1 because you're gonna be dead. Why? Because the speed is too slow, and you just are a pawn. Remember, you're a pawn on a chessboard. You are strong, but you cannot move backwards with it. In this rare scenario, I could because the team had a massive skill issue. So yeah, that is just, I don't know, man. It's just something else. This is just trash team. And this Dogwood guy is also a skill issue because he did not equip a shield on his speeder. Terrible. That is just terrible. Just because you think that bandage is a good option on speeder, yes it is, but it's not when you have a low HP pool and can be one shot. And the second thing that we want to talk about is team compositions. When do you know your team is in a good spot? When do you know your team is in a bad spot? Does this have to do with the enforcer? Yes and no. When do you know you have a good enforcer? You know when you have a good enforcer when they actually know when to trade and when to actually do a risky push. And I remember this one time. I was full HP. My fixer was pretty low HP. What I did was I saw the enemy's fixer, low HP. You know what I did? I rushed in, killed that fixer, was killed myself. Now you might say, what the fuck? Why did you rush in? The reason I rushed in was to secure victory. If I did not that move, we should have lost. Why? Because if you think strategically, you know that the Enforcer has low firepower. Now, it is the best distraction ship, don't get me wrong, but who is going to aim for Enforcer when the Fixer is a bigger threat? Tell me. Enforcer is easily out DPS'd. That is the problem here. So if you want to make it valuable, you gotta trade at the right time. When is the Fixer low? Attack. Destroy it. Done. Easy peasy. Don't overcomplicate it. Here I played Interceptor together with Cuidate. Double shield. Why double shield? Because it can. If you have a good fixer like her, it is not a problem if you play double shield. And actually, double shield can be good in some scenarios. When you have a fixer, it is always better because you have less chance to sink and more chance to survive naturally. So she positioned herself here, kept healing others very nicely, and she was just playing so good. She was playing good in this match. Nice plasma positioning in the right spot. Active Jackal killed Quiet Old One. And she was being hit by torpedoes, so she took cover. Nice action there. I went in, and the shooter was secured. That was a nice movement from Active Jackal, because now he could have been healed. That fixer was kind of dumb to hit that torpedo, but that doesn't really matter. The speeder was ignorant as fuck because he did not retreat with half HP. And was killed eventually. Wait a minute. Wait a few seconds. He's going down in 3, 2, 1. And he died by a missile. How pathetic. If you are low as a speeder, guys, and this is a tip for the speeders, just go back to your fucking fixer, heal up, and try to stun the enemy fixer. Why? So that your team has value and that it can win. Because if the fixer is stunned, it cannot heal anyone for quite some time, which is the best strategy to win. Of course, there are many noobs right now in this game that just break the stun. And not on accident, but on purpose. Either by the trolling gun, or by a carronade, or by a torpedo, or on purpose, or on accident. Accident is at least forgivable, but when you do it on purpose with noobling gun, yeah. Wait, you know what? We call it noodle gun. From now on, we call it noodle gun. And carronade, we will call it this. It's just so fucking stupid. That weapon should just be banned. I don't like it. No one likes it. Nobody asked for it. Just go back. And anyone that complains about it and says, Marine, you're wrong, I have to say this to you. So yeah, you're just better off shutting your mouth, okay? Thank you. So yeah, that is basically what I'm saying here. And Cuidate, a 10 for your gameplay here. I know it wasn't your best gameplay from this. Your best gameplay was with that quad kill shooter there. We just absolutely carried the team so hard. Let me show that to you. So there we go. We are in the last battle. That was super epic. And I enjoyed this one the most. Because it was just too cool, man. It was just too cool. This might have been one of the best battles I ever had, except for that one that was with clouds. Sorry for my misspeak there. I'm trying to fix my English. I haven't uploaded a video in quite some time, since a week. If people ask, Marine, what the hell did you do? Um, I was just taking pictures, taking pictures of the sea and the beach from the place that I was born. And I'm not gonna reveal that because it's personal information. So, F you. I don't care. So, basically, I was playing aggressive here and opening things up. And, yeah, if you want to know who died first, I'm gonna give you a spoiler. It is the enforcer. And why? Because the enforcer was ignorant enough to, yes, indeed, take a bandage and a turbo. Die. And that was actually the most stupidest thing. You don't play it. And the next thing, you don't play Frost Torp on enforcer. It is just very niche. You're much better off playing Frost Mortar than instead. Don't try to be Kurora, but then the Enforcer version, because you can't and it's just impossible. Enforcer itself is already hard enough, so don't even think about copying it, okay? Thank you. That was the second kill. And now comes the third kill. And the fourth kill, which is on the fixer. And yeah, that was basically a kill steal with the sniper cannon around the corner. So basically I said capture. Why capture? Because it was a fast way to win. But I was wrong in the end, because we were just forcing our way in like the FBI. So yeah, that is just it. It is just very nice. And I came around the corner, sniped the shit out of this guy, and we won the battle. Highest damage, Cuidate, highest heals. So amazing. I love this. And that other shooter in our team was garbage. Quit shooter, switch to support. And don't yell for healing, because this is what happens when you yell for healing. Healing. Just don't yell if you need healing and you're not within range. So yeah, this is cannon spam, which just completely sucks ass. Please switch that ugly ass setup, because I don't want to burn my eyes anymore. And it's just awful, man. It's so awful. Hey, want to know something funny? I'm gonna tell you something funny. I changed my Instagram profile to an anime profile. Oh my god. And before people ask, why the hell did you do that? Because I can, and because girls were chatting with me. And I am not searching for a girl, by the way, before people ask. And if people ask, Marine, why the fuck? Yeah, I'm one of those guys. And no, I'm not an Andrew Tate stan. I may look something like him. I may have the same mentality as him. I feel girls the same as him. I see them as optional. Why do I see them lately as optional? Well, it is this community's fault. So yeah, that is how I stand in this, in case you want to know. Because most girls from lately are just garbage. It's not worth trying to get one if they're all the same, right? Or actually almost all the same. And if people say a man without a girl is incomplete, this is my answer to you.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that is how I stand all into this, if in case you wanted to know. Anyways, I think I'm going to cut the video here. I have done enough editing for now. I'm trying to make this as enjoyable as possible, as you all know. And I will see you in the next video. Adios and have a nice day.